Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in beautiful Wainwright, Alberta. It's the Saturday, day 3, the final day of round-robin action at the Senior AA Men's Hockey Provincials, and there's a lot on the line in all of these games. We saw Lethbridge improve to 2-1 earlier today, and now Nanton and Daysland will look to punch their tickets to Sunday action. It's the 2-0 North Stars taking on the 1-1 Palominos. I'm Tyler Rumchek. I'll have your call of all the action. Grayson Knudsen will be my color commentator on today's ICU video productions broadcast. Dave Foley's on the camera. Alex Testowich is our switcher, and our director, as he has been all weekend, is Rob Zitlau. We're seconds away from puck drop here, and Grayson, fair to expect we'll see a couple of desperate teams here tonight.
Absolutely. Daysland wants to make sure they're guaranteed to be in that gold medal game, while Nanton also would like to be playing in the later game on Sunday, but they also just want to make sure that they're playing in the playoffs, as we could see maybe some tie-breaking scenarios come into play a little bit later on.
The puck is down. The teams are underway. Connor Dauberthien is the starter for the North Stars, and he's out to play that puck. He also got the start yesterday in their game. Teams moving quick here off the start. Helgeson, quite the tournament for number 15. He's hard in on the forecheck. Palominos in their black jerseys with the yellow shoulders, a bit of white trim as well for Daysland, wearing their sharp whites, red and black trim. Top of the zone. Lund is able to carry it out, and Lund a soft chip off the boards to Loomer, but it was a little bit too far for him. He's in on the forecheck. Dudley, a quick flip pass. It goes to the line, not out. Beetle a long shot, but the whistle had gone, and it'll be a penalty and a tripping call at that.
Team's getting physical early on. There's a hit right there. Number 8 for Daysland, Troy McLeese, their player of the game yesterday, involved physically early, and we are going to see Daysland go to the power play as Nanton has number 19. That's Chance Lund in the box early on here. First minute power play for the North Stars.
4 forwards on the ice for the North Stars. One player to key in on is the one with the puck right now. That's Benefield. Riley Benefield down low to Zimmer. The tournament's leading scorer. That is Benefield. Long shot got deflected by McCrew. Goes into the corner to the line. Not out yet. And eventually the Palominos force it to the neutral zone. Coming in now is Keller. A chance, a bit of an odd man. Play got broken up. Now Benefield has it at the line. Benefield, a shot deflected, goes behind the goal line. Effort extends the zone back. Clearing an errant stick out of the way was Benefield, as Gardner has it now.
Basically 5 on 3.5.
Yeah, you're right. Hotmer doesn't have a twig. A big advantage here for Daysland if they can take advantage of it. Gardner goes across. Effort on the side. Quick shot. It trickles home. They score. First blood Daysland. It's 1-0 North Stars.
Well, they had the puck for pretty much the entirety of the power play in the offensive zone. And it's just Effort shooting one that, unfortunately for Brady Rollo, he can't just squeeze. It trickles through, and very early on, the North Stars up 1-0. Be interesting to see how the Palominos respond here. They haven't had any offensive zone time of their own, and they already find themselves down a goal.
Hardly even 2 minutes in, and a costly penalty early. Daysland making them pay. The 1-1 Palominos will not be able to make the gold medal game with a loss here tonight. Bradley holds it in for the time being, and he's crunched up against the boards. Play in front now, look at the backhander, they score! A nifty move to the backhand for Matthew Foster. We're hardly even 2 minutes into this one, and Daysland has a 2-0 lead.
How quickly do they strike? Nanton is just shell-shocked here, down 2-0 early. Again, I don't think they've been in the offensive zone yet. And it's already 2-0 for the Daysland North Stars.
Nanton on their heels almost immediately as we get the official goal announcement, and Nanton looks to bring the puck out of their own end into the neutral zone.
And number 7, Adam Johnson.
Daysland working it right back in. Haste on a pairing here with Tracy. And Nanton, the one thing I kind of noticed, they don't really play with consistent D pairings. They mix it up, back to the point, long shot, deflected, goes wide of the net. Lane Lightning had it roll past his stick, and now Tracy will settle things down. 2-0 early. Nanton hasn't really gotten a sniff of anything here early on. Loomer will look to change that as he dumps it in. McLeese, saucer pass to the middle of the ice, pushed up ahead. Beatles there to stand it up and picking it off as McLeese coming in one-on-one. Here's McLeese, cut to the middle, quick shot pad save by Brady Rollo.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying it, the lounge is open.
Puck flipped out to the neutral zone and all the way down the ice. Dudley got to get on his horse to go get that puck, and with one hand he knocks it D to Gardner. Gardner up to McLeese, not out of the zone. Eventually they do clear it out. Here comes Benefield, full head of speed down the wing. Benefield to the backhand, quick low shot, and that one missed the target. Back at the blue line, Dudley, a long shot, goes off the end boards. McLeese was looking to jump on it, he couldn't. Dudley again gonna wind and fire, his shot's blocked. And McLeese is there to grab the loose puck and put it in deep. Trotman circling, hard saucer pass across. Dudley again for the third time this year, fires one, a couple whacks in front, and Brady Rollo doing his best to keep it a 2-0 game.
Daysland scored 7 goals in both of their games so far. And here's Foster just sneaking one in there. Gets tripped up, but is able to finish the play. The assistant captain for the North Stars. Foster is from Campbellford, Ontario, originally, 29 years old. Played some university hockey, or collegiate anyway, not far from here in Camrose, and also at Portage College.
Long stretch pass, misses everybody, and that'll go for an icing. So with 15:57 to go and the shot clock reading 4-0 in favor of Daysland, the faceoff will come back into the Nanton zone.
Palominos just need to get something positive, whether it's a big hit, a good shift where they maintain possession in the offensive zone for a little while. Just something to get their team going here, as they're in danger of falling too far behind early on.
The last thing you want to do is give up that third one right now, because then all of a sudden it's a real high mountain to climb. Back at the point, a long shot turned aside by Rollo. That was French with the bomb from the point, and he has it back right now, forcing it in down low. Eddie Tracy steering it away from danger, but Pettiot was there to pick it off, and now back at the point, a chance in the slot. It rolled off the stick of Zimmer. French, Zimmer, slap pass down low. Nanton turning it back the other way. Tracy behind his own goal. Daysland goes to change a few bodies, and Tracy goes for a skate. Here he comes over the red line, over the blue line. Tracy on his backhand, a play to the middle of the ice, and that missed everyone as well. Now back on the attack is Daysland. Johnson winds, fires. He fanned on that one, thought maybe his stick broke, but he's still holding on to it. Nanton might have wanted a tripping penalty there, no call. Lund, one hand on the stick, had it knocked away rather easily. That was Tanner Erickson making the defensive play. Beetle back. Spins it D to D. Haste just goes off the end boards and all the way out. That one though will not go for icing. It's waved off. They're going to say Tribble touched it at the offensive blue line. Lightning, quick little drop play. Losing his balance and falling was Matthew Foster, one of the goal scorers. He takes a cross check in front of the Nanton bench, and it's pushed in down low. Beetle up the half wall. That's Franzen. Franzen eventually works it up. Here comes Young. Young on his backhand, shielding off Gardner. Young's been one of my favorite players to watch in this tournament. The big body will mix it up physically, but also those soft hands and tight. We've seen him go on a few entertaining rushes.
His beard game's pretty good too.
His beard game is absolutely fantastic, Grayson. Back the other way, and that one will actually go for icing as Dudley couldn't turn around in time to play it. 13:49, we'll get another face-off in the Nanton zone.
Again, the Palominos just haven't gotten anything going. It's still been all Daysland for the first 6 minutes and a bit here at the Peace Memorial Multiplex in Wainwright. Of course, Daysland, with a point of any kind, would lock up a spot in the gold medal game.
Dillon pushes it out of the zone. Daysland, though, all over Nanton early here. They can't even get the puck in the offensive zone, never mind generate a chance or a high-quality one at that. McCroot off the boards. This might be a look here as icing's waved off. Loomer, backhand in front, had Dillon going to the net, but the pass missed him. It goes to the side, driving wide and around the back of the net is Anhorn. Anhorn eventually lost it. Loomer to the front. McCroot, a chance, a shot, and a nice block. Getting in the lane was number 22, Carson French. Back at the point now, long shot, and it was a wobbling one. Pretty easy to block for the group of Nanton defenders. McClies back to the line and crunched up against the boards, and McCroot, no, it wasn't McCroot, I believe that's Eisbrenner, absolutely ran over McClies. He's going to sit for 2, though.
Yeah, it's number 7, Thomas Dillon, and all that hair going to the box, but it was evened up here. McLeese must have done something or said something.
I think he kind of jumped in afterwards because it wasn't McLeese that got hit. It was Trotman who got hit, and McLeese jumped in as the third man in. So I think we're actually going to get 4-on-4 hockey here, or 5-on-5.
Officials just sorting out the penalties. Let's have another look at it here.
Here's the definitely interference at least, right? Like he never touched the puck.
Could be boarding as well, just far enough off the boards. And yeah, Troutman's just looking at the puck the whole time, and Dillon's just looking at the man.
As cameraman Dave Foley panned back there, you could definitely see that McLeese was all over McCroot.
So we will see. Pettiet's getting an explanation from the official. And the faceoff is outside in the neutral zone, which leads me to believe that it will be 5-on-5. Things evened up. No power plays for anyone.
Nanton's penalty to number 7, Tom Dillon. 2 minutes for interference.
So it is interference for Dillon.
Daysland number 8, Troy McLeese. 2 minutes for roughing after the whistle.
McLeese gets a roughing after the whistle call.
Long pass, just getting a piece of that was Helgeson. Now he's got the puck in the corner, has to fend off Tribble on his backhand now. We'll just leave it for Eisbrenner. Back up top, down low, pass for Helgeson, shot blocker to side. At the point, Haste to Tracy. Tracy shovels it down low to Helgeson. Helgeson stepped on the puck, and that caused him to lose his balance, and now Tracy's got to go back to regroup. Hard pass up the middle, and just a little bit of miscommunication. Him and Hotmer weren't on the same page, and it goes for icing.
Here's a last chance here for Nanton. Their first real shot, at least towards the goal. They didn't credit them with a shot, though. Daubertine still technically hasn't had to make any saves. Almost 8 minutes into this one. Shots are 5-0 for Daysland.
Gardner tried to make it 6-0, but it was blocked. Beetle looking for a good option. He goes off the boards, and it doesn't go out of the zone. A long shot, maybe looking for a deflection, but it was too far wide. Through the neutral zone now. Lund on his backhand tried to just push it ahead for Luke Loomer, who has a goal already in this tournament. Looked pretty good as well. Lund will just take a wrister, and Daubertine saw it through the traffic and made a save, his first of the game.
And let's take another look at that one. Yeah, it's just pretty simple shot here from number 19, Chance Lund. And it's an easy save for Connor Daubertine. And now the faceoff will be to the right of the Daysland North Stars netminder.
Faceoff, pushed back. Beetle thought about winding up and putting it on net. He faked and went below the goal line with it, making a safe play. Beetle, shot, tons of traffic in front. Daubertine got in front of it. Off the glass and out goes Daysland, and icing waved off as it's a rolling puck. Dunn sent it up. It seems like the Palominos are finally starting to piece something together here. Icing waved off again. Young in on the forecheck. Daubertine smartly spins a backhander to the opposite corner. McMasters in on the forecheck as well. Haven't had to say his name too much this weekend, but he holds the puck in at the line once again. Steve McMasters wearing number 18. Daysland taking over here, 10:49 to go, 2-0 they lead. Nanton in the black looking to produce a bit of a comeback here in the first period, at least get some sort of momentum, like you said, Grayson, before they head to the room. Eisbrenner waits, shoots, and a low shot. Doesn't beat Daubertine, and he will hold on for a face-off.
At least Nanton's getting forward now and creating some opportunities with these shots. Eisbrenner trying to change the angle, dragging it back to the middle, but nobody in front of Daubertine, and he made a pretty simple save there. Gets a drink of water, and now he's set and ready to go.
Face off, pushed back a little bit, but Daysland's able to jump the line and get on it. Here comes Benefield. Benefield has a teammate going to the net, but his shot got deflected right onto Rollo, who also holds on for a face-off.
Riley Benefield leading the charge here for Daysland. He's the tournament's leading scorer heading into action today with 3 goals and 3 assists. The native of Wainwright back at home playing in front of likely some friends and family here.
Kylie Remchuk, Grayson Knutson. It's an ICU video procast, and it's game 2 on Saturday here. Second last game of the regular season has Nanton going up against Daysland, and right now it's Nanton in a bit of trouble, down 2-0. Here's a play towards the middle of the ice, a backhand looking for that far side post, and not able to find it was Hotmer. This line here of Eisbrenner, Hotmer, and Helgeson have been probably Nanton's best throughout the tournament. Haste at the line, back to Hotmer. Hotmer spins, puts a backhander down below the goal line. Helgeson tried to spin a backhander in front. He knew he had Hotmer going somewhere. There's a chance now for Hotmer, and a quick snapshot is also denied.
Yeah, Nanton starting to get something going here. There's the first opportunity. Hepmer just pushes that one wide on the backhand. He was spinning around. That was tough. Followed up by that one hit, and then it's going to come right out to Hetmer again, and Daubertine is there to close the door. Daysland closing the gap on the shot clock. 6-4 now the lead for the North Stars.
Effort, shovels it back behind his own net. Here's Dudley. Dudley to the opposite wing, and a cross ice pass will connect with Effort. What a feed going cross ice by Zimmer, and a quick shot right into the glove of Rollo. Rollo has been forced to now make 5 saves here in the opening period.
Effort just coming down the wing. Looked into the middle, see if anyone was there. Nobody was, so he just shot it towards the goal. Might have been going wide, but held on to by Brady Rollo. He's out of Lethbridge, Alberta, 25 years old. Getting set for the face-off now.
Bradley couldn't win it back. Instead, Nanton got possession off the draw. They turned it over, and a long shot once again. Brady Rollo turning one aside.
Rhett Dudley, we talked about that old man's strength there. A big shot from the point, and gloved up by Rollo. 44 years old, Rhett Dudley, and he still skates with these young bucks.
Drive towards the middle, like you said, oldest player in the tournament, Rhett Dudley, and he's looking pretty good here tonight. 3 or 4 attempted shots already for the D-man, the veteran D-man. Here's Bradley. Bradley rims it around, out to play. It was Rollo. He just kind of left it for his D-man, but a hard forecheck by Johnson had that puck, or gave that puck back to Daysland to play towards the middle of the ice. Is picked off, and here comes Lund. Lund took a penalty earlier in this period. Now he's looking to maybe make up for it since it cost them a goal. Driving wide, throws it below the goal line, or at least tried to, didn't quite make there, and Daysland sends out a high clear down the ice that actually hit a piece of the boards, bounced a little funny, no icing. Long stretch pass up was intended for Loomer. Lund got in the way. Lackton along cross ice pass, and now with some space, a quick wrister, and looking to go low with it was 58 Tanner Franz, and he couldn't quite hit the target. Driving back up the other way, the captain Jacobson scored in their game on Friday. Got a late goal. Below the goal line now, someone's lost a glove as 4 players battle for it, and some cross checks are being exchanged behind the net. Off to the corner, and Nanton able to grab it, throw it off the glass, and send it out of the zone. Looking to beat out that icing is Young, and he just maybe half a step at most away from beating that one out.
Of course, yeah, it's the no-touch rule, and it has to go all the way over the goal line. A little different than the NHL, where it's just basically a race to the hash marks. But, yeah, he has to beat not only the Daysland players there, but he also has to get there before the puck. Yeah. And just a step short that time.
Tribble at the line, almost got it picked off by Helgeson, has to be careful with speedy number 15 hot on him. Nanton has a chance to rush through the neutral zone though, and somehow making it all the way through that heavy traffic was Hotmer. A good rush by 23. Nanton still back in their own zone and kind of just stuck in the neutral zone for a while there. Icing waved off since Daubertine came out to play it, and a turnover behind the net. Helgeson didn't really have a lane to bring it in front, but if he could have, he would have had a yawning cage to wrap it around into. Good job by Daysland to make up for the mistake by Daubertine. Now here comes Benefield. Benefield, the chance on the backhand. Quick blocker saved by Rollo. Turning aside McLeese. Helgeson spinning, looking for a teammate who's rushing in. Eventually finds him, but his pass is picked off by Dudley, who hits the line, sends it deep. Rollo holding on. Actually decided to play it off. Don't mind that at all. Here's Dylan. Dylan across to Helgeson, who quickly flips into the neutral zone, goes for a change. Effort to the middle of the ice. Zimmer bringing it in. Zimmer on his backhand, surveying, waiting for a teammate. He found Effort, and Effort shot it wide of the net. Another good look for this line. Daysland's deep and dangerous attack coming through once again here in the first. 6:33 to go. They lead 2-0.
Yeah, I think this is really their big line, though, with Keller and Effort and Zimmer. And earlier, McLeese just chopped a backhander wide. Benefield threw it over to him, and then the big line getting an opportunity with Zimmer throwing it back out in front. Effort, fairly good look at it, but just couldn't hit the target.
Yeah, it looked like he was maybe even trying to go glove hand side there and just kind of whiffed on it. Face off, pushed back, but Nanton jumps on it. Play towards the middle. Here's Lund. The Lund, a toe drag to the middle of the ice. Daubertine didn't want to see a stoppage, and he smartly fired it up to Bradley, who's now in on a rush. Bradley going wide on Beadle, tried to stop up, but Beadle was there to snatch away the puck. Gardner and Lund engage. Gardner takes it, a toe drag now. It's loose in front, and Bradley was all over Rollo. No whistle though. Play keeps going. 6 minutes to go here in the opening period.
Yeah, he was pushed in by a Nanton player, so the referees just kind of let that one go, and no harm done.
Soft chip off the boards. Lane Lightning skates into it. Lightning, long shot, hit a stick and found its way out of play, so that face-off will stay inside the zone.
Another look at a chance here. This is why Bradley wound up on top of Rollo. He was just pushed in there by Matt Dunn. Of course, yesterday we saw brother Miles Dunn in net for the Palominos, but they went back with Brady Rollo here this evening.
Face off to the line, just held in by French and thrown down low into the corner. Lamb and Lightning both giving chase. Lightning not afraid to mix it up physically, as you see right there. Young to the middle of the ice at the line, not out. And a good job by Daysland to hold things in. Lamb tried to play it to Lightning in the middle of the ice, that eventually found him below the goal line. Quick shot. Lightning thought he could bank it off of Rollo and in. Didn't quite work, but a nice attempt. And now number 15 Lane Lightning has it again. His toe drag was broken up by Lacton, and now Lacton will send it off the boards and into the neutral zone. 11-4 of the shots. It quite honestly, Grayson, has been a dominant first 20 for the for Daysland. Another shot right there. Rollo had to be quick with the glove as Trotman fired one on net.
Yeah, Daysland just simply better at the moment, and Troutman stealing that one, trying to go short side there, and it's grabbed and held by Brady Rollo.
Trotman on the draw. Lost it. Haste to Tracy. Tracy just steps in front of his own net and sends a backhander, which was picked off by Benefield. Rollo out to play it. In movement now is Nanton. That pass missed absolutely everybody. The intended target was Helgeson, so it will go for icing.
Under 5 to go here in the opening frame. Like we mentioned, it's pretty much been one-way traffic. Daysland North Stars looking pretty good. Nanton Palominos had a little bit of a stretch there where they were threatening, but since then, again, Daysland has kind of taken over and they have control at the moment.
Shot from the line. Went over top of the net. Into the neutral zone now. Here's Trotman. Trotman will send it around where Rollo has to come out and play it. Under 5 minutes to go here in the opening frame. Dunn sandwiched up against the boards by Trotman. And they're actually going to get a whistle here as Dunn is down in a bit of pain. Trotman was signaling to the ref, telling him to blow it dead. It doesn't look good at all. Dunn really struggling right now.
I didn't quite see what happened. He was just down. It was kind of a scramble play along the boards there, and now one of the bench folks from Nanton is coming out.
Yeah, that'd be their coach, Lindy Grieg.
Yeah, Nanton only has the one guy on the bench, where other teams have sometimes 3 or 4. Here's a look at it. Matt Dunn.
Seemed like a pretty innocent play.
Trump just goes in, and yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe just...
It looked like maybe his knee, and as you can kind of tell, he's struggling to really put weight on anything actually as he heads off the ice. Not to speculate too much on an injury, but stick taps for Dunn as he heads off. The face-off will go to Rollo's right-hand side.
Yeah, he's getting held up there by Haste.
All the way back into the room here.
So it'll be a offensive zone face-off once again for the North Stars.
Keller's on the draw. Look at Zimmer, that quick adjustment, and they almost won it right to him for a shot on goal. Helgeson takes it, tried to push it up through the neutral zone, got rejected, forcing Nanton to regroup here. Really struggling moving the puck out of their own zone, and is Nanton. Lackton. Plays it up. Back to the neutral zone. Lots of just neutral zone batting it around. Neither team really able to put together more than 1 or 2 passes in a row here and get some sustained pressure.
Yeah, just a choppy pace right now. Yeah. Pretty slow going and not super entertaining right now. Daysland probably doesn't mind that, though. They don't want Nanton to have any spark or momentum going forward.
Tracy back to pick it up. Tracy, a nice cut through the neutral zone. He's moving well tonight. One of the few Palominos you can say that about. He's been good all tournament. Shot goes just wide of the net. He was maybe looking for a tip. McCroot, another one as he had Dillon going to the net. That shot got blocked, and Daysland will take over for it, send it to the top of the zone. Haste meets up with Johnson. McCroot in there as well. A couple of guys throwing their weight around. Dillon in there mixing it up, as is Bradley. Lots of yelling right now, not sure why. That shot on the Daubertine almost took a bit of a weird bounce. He had to hold on tight for a whistle.
Yeah, a little strange there. Maybe the puck just skipped up on one of its edges. I guess it just has one edge, just one giant one, but as it just flicked towards Daubertine here, and it would have counted. Everyone was on side, so it just bounces funny on them. And we've seen, even at the highest level, those shots from center ice or even your own end, when they take those goofy bounces, they can fool even the best goaltenders in the world.
I was saying, in general, we've seen our fair share of weird things so far this weekend, with goals going in off guys' skates and through 5 holes and all that. Loomer on the draw. Jacobson won it back, though. It's quickly rimmed all the way around, and there's a huge hit at the end of the play there by Jacobson. And now Lane Lightning mixing it up as well. Some pushing and shoving here. There's going to be 1 penalty. I believe we might even be getting a second one after that last hit, but we'll see what the results are here.
Yeah, the play was blown dead initially because of a penalty, and then just finishing the play off there with a big hit. So 1 man going to the penalty box is Loomer. That's Luke Loomer for Nanton. And then looks like they're only going to take the 1 guy, so it should be a power play for the Daysland North Stars. Of course, they're 1 for 1 on the night.
It's a high sticking call.
Effort with the goal earlier in the game, very early on, under 2 minutes in. It's their second penalty of the game, too, so things moving along in that sense. It's been a little bit choppy otherwise, but not a lot of penalties so far.
Scrambled up draw once again, eventually one back. Gardner faked to McLeise. McLeise gets it back after playing catch with Trotman, goes to Gardner. Gardner long shot through a screen. Rollo had it for a second, but couldn't hold on. Benefield there as well. He fell down, lost an edge. Gardner a shot through a ton of bodies, and that one just missed the net. Lamb to Gardner. Gardner over. Benefield a rocket low. Another chance in front. Rollo turned aside both of those. Rollo looking dialed in right now. Helgeson looking to drive wide for a shorthanded look. He stops up. Found McMurdo in the middle of the ice there, and that puck kind of bounced on him, so McLeise will send it cross ice, and breaking it in is Zimmer. Zimmer will just put it into the corner and then go get it himself. Nice piece of forechecking there by 41. Keller lost that one, and once again Nanton will clear it out. So with now under a minute to go in their penalty and under 2 minutes to go in the period, Daysland running out of time if they want to find a way to extend this lead before the end of the frame. Keller over the line, surveying his options, decides to just rim it around to Tribble. Down low to Keller, back up top, and that puck was wobbling a bit, ended up taking a bounce over the stick of Tribble. Now Erickson has it. Erickson to Keller. Keller looking for someone with a bit more speed, and he finds it in Johnson, who was already in motion. Keller passed to the middle of the ice, hit a skate of McCroot, didn't quite get out though. Erickson, a long shot, hit a skate, hit a body in front. That went up high on Eddie Tracy, and now with 10 seconds to go, it looks like Nanton's gonna survive a big scare here. They could have found themselves down 3-0 before the end of the period, but period isn't over yet. Here comes Bradley. Bradley a chance, and just got tied up before he could get a shot on goal, but he retained possession back at the point. Just holding that one in, and then taking a couple shots was Tribble. Driving in towards the crease, a shot just goes wide. Nice hands there by Bradley as he generated a scoring chance. It goes off to the side, and holding it in is Petiot. Petiot had it stripped of him, and now with 30 seconds to go, Tribble back in his own end. Lackton head up through the neutral zone, just sends a soft chip to the far side boards. Less than 20 seconds to go now. Big hit right there from Lackton. Tried to play towards the middle. He had Young coming in with a full head of steam. Now Lightning's going back the other way. Lightning a shot, just blocked it away by Rollo. Under 10 seconds to go. One final push coming here for Daysland. Time in the first winding down. Young will send it off the boards and into the neutral zone. And with that, the first period comes to a close. A pair of goals in the first 2.5 minutes by Daysland has them up 2-0.
Yeah, it was really all North Stars in this first period, and there's another sampling of some of the Brady Rollo work that he's had to put in here in this opening frame. He's kind of been under siege for a good chunk of the period. Meanwhile, his counterpart there, Connor Daubertine, is kind of just hung out the other end. He may have to make a couple of good solid saves there, but really just all Daysland here. 2-0 they lead after 20 minutes.
You see Petiot having a chat with the linesman right there, but all is well after 20 minutes here in Wainwright, Alberta. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. He's Grayson Knutson. I'm Tyler Rumtrick. We'll be back in a few with second period action between Nanton and Daysland.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor.
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
Where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Puck!
Did you say duck?
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring. Freedom on hooves. They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yep, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters, an honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it, whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
Yeah, I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soulful. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content.
fly so high, I would kiss the sky
Fly so high, I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right. So right. So right.
I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real. This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Welcome back inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, Alberta. Daysland currently up 2-0 on the Nanton Palominos. Nanton's tournament really on the line here. They could still squeak into the bronze medal game if they lose, but they would need some help and lots of things to go their way. And after all, you're here for gold, but it's 2-0 after 20 minutes. Before we get started with the next 20, here's how we got to this point.
Yeah, again, it was pretty much all Daysland. Nanton, that was really like their best chance, I guess you could call it. A shot there from Eisbrenner. But their goaltender, Brady Rollo, gave up a couple of early goals, but then really settled in nicely. I quite liked Rollo there towards the end of the frame. He was playing quite well. You can see some of the opportunities there. He kicked out a pretty bad rebound there, but was able to recover nicely and make a second save. At the other end, Daubertine only saw 4 shots, but stopped them all. More traffic in front here for Rollo to contend with, but he does well. And then lots of physicality as well. Players getting hit, and then this was a strange one that Daubertine had to deal with, but he didn't have any problem at the end of the day. And then now we'll take a look at the markers. Effort took the pass from Gartner and snuck it home. That was on the power play. Under 2 minutes in, it was 1-0 for Daysland, and then they would add to that not long after. Well, Matthew Foster took the pass in front and snuck it home. We are at 2-0 for the North Stars as we get going here in period number 2.
Nanton with the puck, sent a quick pass off the boards and missed Hotmer, and Daysland now back with it. Puck eventually skipped up into the bench, I believe, and now we'll get a stoppage in play.
Palominos are really going to have to make some hay here in the second period. I know they're Palominos horse. There's no joke there, Dave. I know you're looking. Yeah, they're really going to have to turn things up here offensively. I mean, only 4 shots in the first, but they got to get going because, again, a loss here, they would only be on 3 points, and it's a question mark if they would make that bronze medal game at that point.
Erickson, quick shot, deflected by the pads of Rollo, and now Nanton's heading back over the other way. Dudley, he got knocked down and went into the boards when he made the D-to-D pass. Benefield got a piece of it, but he wasn't quite at the red line, so it'll come back on an icing call.
Yeah, we get a look here at more Daysland opportunities. The shot from number 12, Tanner Erickson, is easily steered aside there by Rollo. Erickson out of Balf, Alberta. Played for Lloydminster in the AJHL. Was the captain in the 2011-12 season.
Long shot from Lackton was stopped by the pad of Daubertine. It was a loud stop too. Lackton can really shoot the puck. Here comes Keller now, dicing his way through the neutral zone. You mentioned Dudley, one of the older players in the tournament, more experienced, as is Keller. Here's a play now to Gardner. Gardner on his back and quick flip to the forehand, and it just rolled off the edge of his stick and through the crease. Keller, play to the middle. Zimmer had it just miss his stick. Dudley goes to the back door. Effort with a quick shot from the side of the slot, and that one didn't get through either. Shots dominated right now by Daysland. They're up 16-5. Now here's a chance for Keller to add to that. On his backhand, driving below the goal line, just leaves it for Brendan Lamb. Lamb to the middle, taken away. Now here's a look for Lund. Lund trying to outskate French. He does, but look at the stick by Carson French just coming in and knocking it away from Lund, preventing a breakaway.
It's an outstanding play by Carson French.
Lamb play towards the middle. They bang away at it. Now back the other way. Here's Tracy. Tracy waiting. Goes D to D. He'll get it back, but he's quickly got to get rid of it. He had a couple of forecheckers on him. Pettiot now will send it right back towards the Nanton end, and they're going to say it was gloved ahead, so that one will come back.
Couple last plays here. Gartner cuts in, and Rollo makes the stop there. And then at the other end, Lund, watch French clearly behind him and is able to just poke the puck away with the stick at the last second. great last-ditch effort there by Carson French.
No penalty or anything, just a good, clean defensive play.
Face-off just outside the Daysland blue line. Little jostling there kind of delayed things. The linesman waiting for everyone to settle down.
Tracy, a nice cut through the middle of the ice. Tracy's feeling it here tonight. And he shovels that puck down low. Play to the middle now. Quick shot. That one missed everything. Good look there from Hopmer. Goes to Loomer. Eyes Brenner. Pinching up. Manages to knock it down. And Loomer, one of the two Loomers on this team. Dylan and Luke. That would be Dylan there on the forecheck. And now Daysland goes and hits the line. Driving wide is Johnson to the middle, looking for Foster, one of the goal scorers here tonight. Dylan Loomer was able to jump on that loose puck, though. 17 minutes to go here in the second period. Play sent up the ice, and quickly on that one, spinning and playing it up was Erickson. Erickson to McLeese. Stopped, and knowing they had numbers back the other way, Young was calling for it. He got the puck, but a good back check by Trotman was able to strip it from him. Trotman cutting his way through the neutral zone. A pass across McLeese goes deep, and Benefield went and picked it up. He tried to throw it on net quickly, but had his stick tied up by Lacton. Play to the middle of the ice, scooped up by Gardner. Gardner on the backhand to Benefield. Benefield creating some separation, throws on net from the goal line. It's blocked. He chops it back to the point. McLeese, his shot hit Benefield in the slot, and luckily for Nanton, they grabbed it and cleared it out. Here's a chance now. Young, that puck just rolled off his stick, and Daysland's able to take it back. Trotman, a pass up to Dudley, hopping up in the rush, and he's got room to go. Dudley, one leg up and fired a shot that was blocked aside by Rollo. Dudley still holding on to it, though, from one knee, makes the pass to Benefield. What a play, a quick shot by Benefield, and Dudley stops it as it missed the net. Strong shift from Dudley, who makes his way off the ice. Nanton now, back the other way. Beadle sends one in, hit the linesman, almost hit the linesman again. Effort to the middle of the ice for Zimmer. Zimmer has Keller going to the net, and he throws one towards the general area, but it went into the corner. Effort. Sends one down low. A good job to glove it down by a Palomino's defender, and Lund just jams it in. Here's Loomer now. Luke Loomer across the ice, and that shot just missed the net. It's McMurdo, another look in front. Tracy a chance. He didn't get all of it. Loomer with a backhand. He gloves it down. Another backhand look. Everyone getting a chance at it for Nanton, and finally cleared into the corner, and Petiot's got it.
It's maybe their best chance of the game, and they don't even get credited with a shot on goal.
Tracy has a player coming in and batted out of the air, and a nice look right there. Number 58, Tanner Franzen, coming off the bench, had a couple of whacks at it. And now, after all that pressure, Nanton's going to get a look with the man advantage.
Here's the initial chance. Didn't get all of it, threw it back in front, and Daubertine just kind of trying to make himself as big as possible there. And unfortunately for him, he didn't have to deal with anything. And maybe this is going to spark the Palominos here. They're going to go to the power play as well for the first time this game. Penalty to Daysland's number 22, Carson French.
There's certainly hope it gives them a spark. Here's Tracy at the top of the zone. His shot deflected, and Daubertine knocked into the corner. That clearing attempt hit a couple bodies and eventually went down the ice. Lacton's play to the middle of the ice was kind of picked off, more or less just tipped, and Daysland either way is able to grab it and throw it right back down low. Play towards the middle of the ice is picked off by Trotman. He's skating in. Trotman inside, outside, and he had it knocked away. So far, so good here on a Daysland power play. It bounces in front, and Rollo quickly is to steer it back below the goal line. Almost a costly error there for the Palominos. Hotmer driving into the zone, and finally Nanton had it in the offensive zone. They quickly lost that advantage as it was cleared out. 1:05 to go here on this, their second power play of the game. First power play of the game.
First power play, yep.
Pass up They're saying it did get deflected. I would tend to agree with the linesman. Daubertine was out to play it. Quick hard forecheck by Eisbrenner, and now they're all tangled up, and Daubertine doesn't have a stick. Couple guys whack away at that goalie stick, but now back the other way. Potential 2-on-1, but Johnson had it sticked away by Haste. Haste now is going to turn on the Jets and head back in. Daubertine went way out of his net to grab his stick, but he's back in position now. Pass to Haste. Haste, a backhander towards the net, blocked away by Daubertine. At the line, jumping down, I should say, is Beadle. The pinch, a chance in front. Loomer, and look at what I found. Connor Daubertine flashing the glove hand and keeping Daysland's 2-goal lead intact.
Well, that's easily his best save. We'll take a look at some other stuff first. This one, a little bit scary moment for Brady Rollo. Just shovels it back behind the net. And then here goes Daubertine on a journey to the corner, and he ran into a couple Palominos, lost his lumber, and had to go back to the net without it, but no worries because he got it back later. And then all alone in front was Luke Loomer, but he shot it right into the glove of Daubertine, who made a very nice save.
Loomer will say, I shot it right in his glove. Daubertine will say, well, I put my glove in the right spot.
That's just it.
Hotmer protecting and spinning down low. Hotmer stops it at the line now. Play towards the middle. Blackton pushes it down low. We're back to even strength now as Daysland will carry it out. Here's Effort. Effort. He was ran over and knocked down by McMurdo. A little bit of physicality here from Nanton. Daysland is offside, so that's going to give Lackton a bit of time to make a pass, and he stretches it up ice for Helgeson. Helgeson working his way in. Good job on the forecheck once again for Helgeson, but Gardner just a little bit too smooth and found a way to get it out of danger. Petiot. Zimmer. Zimmer, a high chip. Goes to the opposing blue line, and jumping up was Keller. He almost pickpocketed Tracy. Icing waved off, 11:44 to go. Play towards the neutral zone where Erickson will grab it and send it in. Rollo had to push it aside with his blocker, and that puck actually hit a stanchion, and that's how it found the neutral zone. Haste. Rimmed around. Dillon has it. Dillon, a quick chip into the neutral zone. Nice play by Young to kick it up from his skate to his stick. Young trying to flip it past the defender and didn't quite work. Good job to stand it up there was number 7, Adam Johnson. Erickson to Foster. Foster hits the red line and realizes he has some room, and it quickly evaporated thanks to a nice stick check by Beadle. And now here comes Nanton. It's a 3-on-2. Odd man rush. Nanton. Dillon, quick shot. And I believe he got a piece of that. Nice save by Daubertine. He started to get not busy in terms of quantity, but busy in terms of quality. He's had to be sharp twice now in this period. 10 minutes to go. A play towards the net. Knocked away. Beadle just rimmed it around. Didn't realize he had a little bit more time. And down at the other end, Rollo's checking out his skates to make sure he's all good.
Here's a look at Daubertine having to do a little work. Pardon me, that's poked away there. Adam Johnson breaking that up, and then, yeah, Rollo kind of gets shoved into the net there. He's just checking the strap on the skate, making sure it's done up. The official says, everybody hold on. He wants to ensure that Rollo isn't going to trip and fall on anything, so seems to be good to go. And now we're ready to drop the puck once again.
Back at the line, Petiot pumps it deep. Benefield goes down low. Here's Beadle. Beadle quick up was stopped, or Petiot meets it in the neutral zone. There's about a couple minutes span there where it looked like Nanton was starting to put something together. Now we've kind of gone back to that choppy flow. It's neither team really able to grab onto anything. Not exactly what we were expecting. Both these teams should be pretty desperate. Nanton has time to slow things down in the neutral zone. Hotmer with a drop to Lackton. Lackton just makes a safe play, but not so safe after all as it hopped over the stick of Haste. Full head of steam for Haste. He goes to Lackton, who lost it in his skates, and now Brendan Lamb can turn back in, just avoiding a big hip check. Tanner Franzen thought he had him lined up. And Daysland was playing with 6 guys there for a brief second. And that's why you heard Nanton screaming from their bench. Officials didn't quite see it. I'm not sure if it was too many men or not. I just know Nanton was yelling like it was.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. Just in the neutral zone here. It's a little tough to see.
Well, if we didn't see it, I'm sure the officials couldn't either. I mean,
that's how that works, yeah.
Well, we have the best view. I mean, we're all the way up here. We should be able to count the players better.
That's true.
Than the officials who are in the thick of things. Knockdown was Young with a bit of a slash. Lightning hit the line, put it in deep and went for a change. 8:52 to go now here in this period. Here's Tracy. Tracy cuts his way through, and it's picked off, and it's potentially a 3-on-0 here. Zimmer's open, and Zimmer will finish off the pass from Keller. 3-0 Daysland. They're fully in control with 8:41 to go in the second.
Yeah, I think everyone in the building knew that this was going to be passed over from Keller to Zimmer, even though Rollo probably knew it as well. There wasn't much he could do about it. Just a very well-executed odd man rush by the Daysland North Stars, and they are up 3-0.
I was going to say, I think everyone in the building knew Zimmer was open. I said Zimmer was open. Rollo probably knew Zimmer was open, but you need to respect the shot at the same time. And, I mean, that's why 2 or 3-on-0s are difficult to stop. The officials having a chat now. Not sure what this could be about.
I'm not sure either. They're conversing with one of the lines people. Let's have another look at the goal here. Just simply taken away.
Wasn't offside.
Nope.
Was clearly all good, all good, all good, and he scored.
Now the official talking with the captain, so we'll find out, I guess, what exactly they're talking about here in maybe just a second. Nanton player kind of, whatever. I can't believe you're doing that, but.
So the goal will stand. I'm not sure why Nanton wouldn't have wanted it to. They might have been chatting about the too many men situation a little earlier. That might have been it. I'm not sure at all. Everything looked academic to me. Puck is down, and it's a 3-0 lead for Daysland.
Assisted by number 11, Tyler Keller, and number 41, Colin Zimmer. Time to goal, 8:41.
All 3 guys on that top Daysland line getting in on the scoring, and they're having themselves quite a night here on Saturday, setting up well for a potential game in the gold medal. Here's a chance now as Eriksson winds and fires, and it got deflected and went wide. For Nanton, they aren't going to admit defeat just yet. Still 28 minutes of hockey to be played here tonight. Plenty of time for them to get 3 goals, especially considering how strong we've seen their offense be at points. Dunn, good to see him back in the game after he went down with a bit of a nasty spill earlier. Hobbled off the ice in some pain, always good to see a player return to game action. 7:40 to go. Here's Pettiot. Pettiot sends one off the glass where Dunn waits for it and will chip it D to D, and quickly in transition comes Nanton. Helgeson, a play to the middle of the ice just out of the reach of one winger, but Eisbrenner was quick on the forecheck there to push it in just below the goal line. Pettiot now back to recover for Daysland. His breakout pass missed its intended target, and eventually it was deflected and goes into the bench.
Nanton still not able to generate really much of anything. Just Daysland's doing a really, really good job of shutting them down, clogging up the neutral zone, not letting them really use a lot of that speed that they have. The likes of Hetmer and Helgeson and even Chance Lund have just been pretty quiet here this evening.
Play towards the middle of the ice is picked off. Lightning sends it up, and Beadle got a piece of it, not all of it. He had to be careful as Brendan Lamb was coming in hard on the forecheck. Now a cross ice pass to Eisbrenner. Eisbrenner on his forehand, back to the point. Lackton across. It just hopped over the stick of Beadle. He's able to recover it rather quickly, throw it towards the goal. It's loose in the crease. Eisbrenner was coming in hot, but it just got cleared out of danger right in the nick of time for Daysland. Now back the other way. It's a one-on-one. Lightning is coming hard to the net. Instead, they're just going to throw it behind the goal line and play the possession game here as Keller spins it back to Lightning. Lightning to Keller, who tried to just curl but couldn't curl away from McCrew. 6:30 to go. Loomer. Back down low. Careful with it is Lackton. Those end boards there have been giving a few teams trouble already so far today. Getting to a late point in the tournament.
Yeah, just some bouncy boards and some older stanchions. It looks like they just bounce off of them funny and can pop out at any time. There's a save by Daysland, and the puck is just sitting there, and the only player able to find it is a North Star, and it's cleared away.
Yeah, Eisbrenner had an eye on it. He was ripping in there. Was hoping to jump all over that loose puck and maybe get his team back in the game, but just about half a second too late. See the linesman there signaling, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. It was a bit of a late change for the home team, Nanton. Play off the side of the net, went in front, clearing it away from danger is Tyler Haste. He's got a goal already in this tournament as well from the blue line. Nanton's offense simply drying up right now. And potentially the worst of times. The play towards the middle of the ice. Young looking to drive. Daubertine wasn't even interested at all in covering that up. He'd gone to an aggressive position. He wanted to fire that down the ice. It did work its way down the ice eventually, but it is icing.
Yeah, Daubertine is just, let's keep this thing going. I don't want to have any time in the defensive zone for our team. Let's just move it out and keep things rolling for the North Stars as they're up 3-0, 19-7 on the shot clock. We haven't seen a team have this low shots or anywhere really close to it all so far this tournament. And now we're going to see another face-off ejection. 2 in the tournament. And both of them have come today. How exciting.
The final day of round robin is always unpredictable. French. Cross to Petiot. Had to go through his legs. Back up top. Daysland has some speed now through the neutral zone. Here comes Trotman. Number 39 avoids a check. And Daysland able to hold it in at the line for the time being. Quick pass to Trotman. Just reached or missed his outstretched skate. He dodges yet another check down low in the corner there. Trotman proving to be elusive, and then he gets hauled down. He was in an absolute headlock. That's some real pushing and shoving here.
Yeah, it's just tied right up. It's a pretty easy call for the official if you're just going to grab a guy around the neck.
And look at Loomer there. Oh, I didn't see him in front of that. I just put my stick in his face.
I can't believe that happened. I'm so sorry. So it will be a power play here for Daysland. This will be power play number 3 for them. They're 1 for 2. Of course, they scored that goal less than 2 minutes in. Tyler Effort. Should be interesting to see what Daysland can do. I feel like a 4th might just salt this thing away, and then we just kind of go through the motions in the 3rd.
It's already going to be tough enough knowing how dominant Daysland has been so far this weekend.
It's Haste who's in the box for Nanton. So one of their bigger defensemen. They're ones that they lean on anyway. We will just have another discussion here between the official and the linesman. I'm not sure what that's all about. One of the other referee was over and speaking with the Nanton head coach. Just trying to get explanation, I would imagine. And the big line is out for Daysland to start this power play.
Benefield throws one in deep. Here's Keller. Keller up top to Benefield. He's circling a long shot. So it is a 10-minute misconduct.
That was for Luke Loomer, though, somebody different. So Loomer was just going to hang out in the dressing room for the rest of the period and come back out for the 3rd. And we're going to see things evened up here. That was a really short power play, 13 seconds. And Colin Zimmer will head to the box. So Nanton will play 4-on-4 here with Daysland for $1.47, and then it'll be a 13-second power play.
Those percentage killers when you only get like that 10 seconds at the end to try to score a power play goal.
They almost shouldn't count if it's less than like 30 seconds or something.
No, I think that's actually a great point. That's why advanced analytics exist, I suppose. Things like goals per 60 instead of just working the pure percentage. Not this weekend, though. Hotmer pushing it deep. Helgeson's on the forecheck as well. Things starting to get a little chippy here at the multiplex. Keller, 4-on-4 action. Keller's got speed to burn, and he will drive wide on Dunn. He has body positioning. And there's a pick play.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Saw that coming from a mile away, and we'll get another look at that.
Mitchell Gartner's like, oh, whoops, sorry about that.
You try to do the whole accidentally on purpose thing? No.
Yeah.
That's not going to fly.
No, he's going to go to the box. And Nanton, I think this is our first 4-on-3 power play. So there's plenty of room out there now.
It's a bit of a gift for Nanton, because now they are going to have, I mean, a lot of 4-on-3 time here, a minute 14 of it, and then a 13-second 5-on-3.
4-on-3 power plays, I think, are almost more dangerous than 5-on-4 power plays. Just
so much space. You saw right there, they got skilled guys, Helgeson, Tracy, guys who when you give them this much room, they can make you hurt. You saw Helgeson right there. He had all the time in the world to try to pick that corner, and he just missed it. Tracy dropped it off for him. Maybe they should pull a Hillmond here. Yank the goalie.
Yank the tender.
Second period.
I don't know if we're that desperate
Lund
yet.
on the side, and it skipped up over top of his stick. A nice play down low by a Daysland killer.
And Erickson with the stick there, and then got a little flip down the ice there as well. 30 seconds until it's a brief 5-on-3 here.
For a big moment here, Nanton isn't able to get really anything going. Lackton is looking for someone to pass it to. He brings into a high traffic area and turns it over. Foster will softly chip into the corner. Young is the first one on it. And now that 5-on-3 will begin as you hear the beaver taps of Dauberthien. Brief 5-on-3 for the next 10 seconds. Long shot. That one deflected side of the net, and Nanton almost got on the board. 5-on-3 ending. You're going to want to try get one quick here to no avail. Back on the ice, it's now a 5-on-4, and the puck skitters on out of the zone. 2:45 to go in the period, 25 seconds to go in this Nanton power play. It was a golden opportunity for the Palominos, and they've letting it slip through their fingers so far. Young couldn't quite get around Dudley, and that one sent out one more time. That'll do it on the power play. That pass picked off, and whoa, through the legs of Rollo, but off the side of the net. Palomino's getting a little lucky there. Careless with the puck, it almost cost him. Chance of the net, and dragging himself towards the slot. We're going to get another penalty here, actually, with 2:01 to go.
There's a giveaway by Rollo, and just firing it towards the net was McLeese, and that could have just as easily bounced into the empty cage as it did off the side of the net. And number 47 for Daysland, that's Harrison Tribble. Tribble in trouble here as he goes off for 2. And another power play coming for Nanton. This will be their 4th, which is kind of unfair because they had a really short one too.
Yeah. But you know what? They did have a look 4-on-3 and a brief look 5-on-3. They really have no one to blame but themselves at this point. Plenty of opportunities to get back in the game, and they get another one here. Haste pass was out of the reach. Loomer goes to Eisbrenner, back up top. Haste waiting, across a hard shot. Dauberthien got a piece of it with the glove, and it's up at the line and held in Eisbrenner. Back to Beadle. Beadle waits, shoots, and it got blocked. A nice play by Jacobson, the captain, selling out and putting his body on the line to prevent a shot on goal. Minute 26 to go here in the period. The penalty will expire either if Nanton scores or with 1 second to go in the period. Haste was calling for it. Rollo opted to just go to Tracy instead, and Tracy quick ups it to Loomer. Helgeson shields off a check from Gardner. Gardner's kind of bounced off him. Goes to the corner. Lackton sends one to Helgeson, and that got blown dead on a hand pass. Kind of saw it there out of the corner of my eye. Thought it was going to get blown dead, and it did.
Yeah, here's a power play opportunity for Nanton. Big slapper there from J.J. Beadle, gloved down by Connor Daubertine. Beadle out of Calgary, Alberta, 25 years old, at 29 points from the blue line in 18 games for the Palominos during the regular season down in the Ranchland League.
Tracy at the line. We're running out of time here. 45 seconds to go. Hotmer, Tracy, Lackton. Lackton winds, fires, scores! Just in the nick of time. A rocket from the point squeaks past Daubertine, and it's Keaton Lackton bringing the Palominos within 2.
Only their 9th shot of the game. Lackton just blows it by Daubertine, and this might be the spark that the Palominos needed as they will head into the second intermission, only down by a couple, and maybe starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here.
Tracy, puck on his forehand, driving wide. Threw it, tried to throw it into the zone, but didn't quite make it there. Here's Dylan. Dylan is a guy who has been good on the forecheck and good all around for the Palominos, just hasn't found the back of the net yet. You know, he'd love to get one here in a big moment. 18 seconds to go, back into the neutral zone. 10 seconds to go, maybe time for one last rush if the Palominos kick it into high gear. They need a little more horsepower here in the dying seconds. They're going to need more horsepower in the third period as well, as the horn sounds, and they are down by 2.
Is that another Palomino joke?
Yes, it was a pretty direct Palomino joke, Grayson.
Tracy just sets up Lackton there. That's an easy finish as he just blows it by the keeper right late in this second period, pardon me, and Nanton, they got a little bit of life. This is their lifeline that they were looking for the entire game. They're getting outshot 20-9, down 3-1 though, but maybe with a little burst going into the third here.
2-goal leads get blown all the time, and we will see if Nanton can keep their gold medal hopes alive and do that here tonight. They trail Daysland by a score of 3-1. I'm Tyler Rumchuk. He's Grayson Knutson. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast, and we'll be back in a few minutes with third period action from the Peace Memorial Multiplex in Wainwright.
Meet Wainwright, a place of possibilities where the meaning of life lies in the details. Small fences when you need to borrow something from the neighbor,
Hey, good morning, Michelle. Hi, Sonia.
where everyone knows your name. And there's no rest for the active in Wainwright.
Puck!
Did you say duck?
The way we roll might surprise you. They're tough as nails, family fierce, enduring. Freedom on hooves. They are a symbol of us. Oh, and we've learned you never try to milk a buffalo. Yep, dog runs away for 3 days kinda big. Good luck finding a corner when you leave town. We stand on guard for love of country. A place where saying hello is mandatory. A handshake is your word, and looking each other in the eye means something. The steering wheel hand wave. When we wave, unlike the big city, we use all our fingers. Early morning road warrior, urban style. And yeah, we have everything that you need. We're one big family. You might say we save each other's bacon when things get tough. The dirt on Wainwright? Life is grounded in what really matters, an honest day's work, service to community and country. You see, life is what we make of it, whether it's agricultural processing, oil and gas services, or heavy metal. We believe less is actually more, because we're one of the most affordable and cost-friendly communities in Alberta. Meet Mr. Wainwright. Big as imagination in a family-first town.
Okay, see you in 2.
I'll see you in 2.
I'll be there in a couple.
To work, to the arena, to the event. Everywhere in 2 minutes. This is our second nature, soulful. Make Wainwright your home. Roam to your heart's content.
If I could only fly, I would fly so high, I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right, so right, so right. If I could only fly, I would fly so high, I would kiss the sky. It'd be so, so right, so right, so right.
I still know a place where simple pleasures are so beautiful, where big skies and endless spaces inspire, where freedom still feels real, This place is where rural Alberta pride rises and shines with the fist of will, and where there's heart in the fight to overcome what might stand in our way. I still know a place where every minute feels alive, like we're staring into the soul of things, where connection to land and place and people gives life meaning and has us feeling like we belong, where we appreciate the faces of possibilities, the makers, growers and tinkerers, crafters and imagineers, those who have the infectiousness of belief. This place is Wainwright. Life is what you make of it. Make it here.
Welcome back inside the Peace Memorial Multiplex here in Wainwright, Alberta. Senior men's AA Provincials, and we got what could end up being a pretty thrilling finish here. It's Daysland and taking on Nanton. Both teams fighting for a right to get into that gold medal game, and through 40 minutes, it's 3-1 for Daysland, and this is how we got there.
Yeah, Nanton was trying to push here. They didn't even get really hardly any shots on net. The shots that period, 5 apiece. So we're only at 20-9 in favor of Daysland through 40 minutes of play. But again, early on in this second frame, it was pretty much all Daysland. And we'll see a little bit later on some of the goals. But Daubertine out on an adventure earlier on. He lost his stick there. Come back, but it was totally fine. He didn't get a shot on goal anyway, so it's all good. And then shortly after that, once he had regained the lumber, big save right there on Luke Loomer. And at the other end, we saw a couple weird things happen here, and then that one almost caused trouble for Brady Rollo. And then again, here's an opportunity for Nanton that they didn't get a shot on goal out of. Loose puck in the slot. Giveaway here by Rollo, and it was just fired through his legs.
Both goalies at a couple moments in that period looking dicey with the puck on their sticks.
Daubertine with a glove save there, and now we will see some of the goals. Giving it away here were the Palominos 3-0, and I mean, like, you were pretty much writing down goal like right after they had stolen that puck to make it 3-0. Colin Zimmer finishing the play off. And then late in the period, in the final minute there, on a power play, Keaton Lacton put it home, and wouldn't you know it, the Palominos, little bit of life here as we head towards the final frame.
Getting absolutely dominated on the shot clock, and for I would say about 35 minutes of this game have just been dominated on the ice in general, but there's a reason they play 60, Grayson, and the Palominos are going to have to use all 60 minutes here tonight if they want to come back and keep their chances of a gold medal appearance alive.
It's because it's just a nice hour and it's an even number. Taken down early there as a Palomino.
A little bit of physicality. We've come to expect that from this tournament. Player hauled down, and I think it was Haste actually who did the hauling down. It'll be a hook, and actually it'll be a hold. So I think we're just going to send 2 off the ice here.
Just even things up here, and there was that big hit. Daysland player just standing up his man. These two teams, they do know each other from provincials. They've met in a medal game in the last 3 years, with Nanton winning bronze over Daysland last year and gold over the North Stars in 2017, but it was the Stars defeating the Palominos back in 2016 in the gold medal match. That was the year that Nanton hosted Senior AA Provincials.
So even up 5-on-5. McMaster back, slings it D to D. Captain on this Nanton team. McMurdo at the puck hop over his stick, and now here comes Daysland the other way. It's a 2-on-2 rush. Pass to the middle. Zimmer was trying to find effort. Couldn't quite get it there. Leading the charge up ice now is Beetle. Beetle tried to get all the way to the red line. He actually didn't make it there, but luckily for him, it got stopped before it could go for icing. Nanton now pushing it deep. A minute gone here in the third period. Nanton trailing by 2. To the line, Loomer tried to hold it in and just couldn't. That, of course, Dylan Loomer. Luke Loomer, his brother, is in the penalty box for his stick incident at the end of the second period. He's serving a 10-minute misconduct. He'll be back at, I think, around the 16-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the sheet in front of me.
Around that, yeah. Mr. and Mrs. Loomer have a favorite at the moment. It's the one not sitting in the penalty box, or at least that's how it worked with my parents. They, every time you got a penalty, not so happy. Mind you, I was the goalie, so I didn't get many.
Young breaking in, a chance for Young, and he rang it off the post. That close to making it a 1-goal game was Young.
Oh boy, now things are coming alive for Nanton, and they're going to go to the power play as well. That one's so close for Young, and Jonathan Young doesn't need a lot of room to make something happen. A big body, he can create some space for himself,
I was going to say, he doesn't need a lot of room. If he does, for whatever reason, he'll create it himself.
Exactly. Carson French will go to the box, and the Palominos struck on the last power play. We'll see if they can do it again here.
To the line, not out. Tracy holds it in. A huge power play here for Nanton. Pass down low. Helgeson was looking for a streaking in Lackton. Pass didn't quite connect. A good stick by Daubertine. Sent it all the way down the ice, actually. Coming up ice. Hotmer, a quick pass to Helgeson. There's numbers, but his pass is promptly picked off. McMurdo getting in there as well, but tons of time there to send it down the ice. That was Kenny Bradley. 17:35 to go, a minute 20 now to go in this Nanton power play. Pass to the middle is knocked away by Trotman. Trotman having himself a nice weekend as well here. Big reason for Daysland's success. And here's Lackton working his way in. That puck got knocked back into his skates, so it's rimmed around the boards. Loomer just able to hold it in. No, it got caught up in his skates, and Dylan Loomer has to pass it back to Beadle, who will retreat. To Lackton, up to Loomer. Loomer, and Lund was just a hair offside. Good angle there for the linesman, but it was indeed an offside. You'll see he got collided with, and then, ooh.
He tried the old spin to come back, but it wouldn't quite work there. Lund just a bit offside, couldn't hold the line, and Nanton slowed up once again here. Little aggressive on the wings, so the refs hold up and wait for them to push back before dropping that puck.
Rollo behind his cage. Coming out is Beadle. His goalie stopped it for him, and then they start a rush coming back in. It's Lund driving up. Eisbrenner, pass across, quick shot. Daubertine held on, and a quick whistle. He would have grabbed onto it anyway, so Daubertine makes a save and gets a whistle.
Eisbrenner just a little saucer over to Haste, who lets the wrister go, and yeah, like you said, he dropped it, but he was going to get it right away anyway, so quick whistle is not a problem there. Nanton finally up to double digits in shots on goal. That was number 10 on the game. Took them 47 minutes. Or 43 minutes. Wow. Math is hard, buddy.
You were rattling off those numbers earlier to get the percentages.
I wasted all my smarts.
We're getting a penalty here. I'm not 100% sure for what a long shot is stopped by Daubertine, and that seemed to get him in an awkward spot. It's a trip here at the line.
Yeah, right there at the line, and then Tracy's still able to move the puck, though. So a very brief 5-on-3 coming up, and actually they're checking on Daubertine right now.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he's okay. Yeah, he took that one up fairly high. It was a rising shot. Maybe caught him just underneath of the mask in the neck area. Ferris and Tribble could just step out of the way. There we go. Coach comes in to check on him.
I believe that's Scott Day.
Let's have one more look at it. Maybe we can see where the shot catches him. There's the tripping penalty. Tracy walks the line, lets it go, and it's always rising, and it catches him just the side. Maybe it changed angles on him. And he's just going to take a moment and kind of collect his thoughts here before he get going once again. Connor Daubertine, 25 years old, out of Edmonton. He's played some ACAC hockey in Saskatchewan at Briarcrest before coming back home to finish off his career with Concordia. Spraying water on his neck there to just cool off the place where he got hit with that puck. Yeah, he's still got the Concordia Thunder blue and yellow setup there.
Big set of 20 seconds here, and it's to the line, out, and actually blown dead on a hand pass. So tough break for Nanton as that faceoff's going to come outside the zone.
Yeah, Lackton is just trying to stop that, and it winds up bouncing off his glove to another player, which is a real shame because it's not really like he meant to pass it, but you blow it down because of hand pass anyway, because that's the rule. When it hits the glove and goes to a teammate's stick, you're not allowed to do that, so he stopped play.
10 seconds to go here in a 5-on-3. And you hear the beaver taps from the back. Rollo hitting his stick on the ice. Here's Tracy. Tracy, 5-on-3 is over. French is back on the ice. Nanton gonna see if they can do something with their 5-on-4 now, trying to get themselves back in this game. Plenty of time, but you're not going to get very many more power plays throughout this game, so you got to take advantage of them when you get them. Here's Helgeson. Helgeson, a quick shot, and it also caught Dobbertin up high, and again, Dobbertin dropped it for a brief second, but held on.
And again, it's not one that any of the Palominos were ever going to get to, so it's not a problem with that quick whistle. And you see Dobbertin still checking that shoulder, almost maybe let the clavicle area, the collarbone, just making sure it's still kind of in the right place. Maybe wake up with a bit of a purple bruise there tomorrow. We'll see.
And he might need to be good again tomorrow if Daysland holds on here and finds themselves in a gold medal game. That, of course, goes tomorrow from here, the Peace Memorial Multiplex at 3 o'clock. Here's a chance on the side, backdoor, and it just missed the stick of Dylan Loomer. Haste now, a look. It's a 5-on-3 as Benefield had to go to the bench to get a stick. Another chance, and what a block by Gardner, preventing a possible goal. Under a minute to go in the power play. Haste down low, Loomer across to the crease. They jam away at it. Dobbertin stands tall and the net comes off, and now we got some extracurriculars.
Yeah, that whole thing started when Benefield lost his stick, and then he actually was crawling to the bench because he fell on the way there, and that kind of slowed him up, and it created that chance. And then after that, there was all that havoc in front. Dobbertin just tried to close the lower portion of the net and make sure that Nanton couldn't stuff one home, and eventually he was able to jump on it before the net came flying off. And Tyler, I know we were worried about the net the last couple of days, but it's held real solid here today, so I'm not sure if they looked at it overnight or how that went. But
yeah, we've talked about a few players in the tournament who have slowly gotten better as the tournament has gone on, but that net is, if there's a most improved award at the end.
This net on the scoreboard side is your winner.
But honestly, on the Thursday, it was like every 5 minutes, it was like, oh, the net's off, and the goalie's hauling it back on. It was driving me nuts. It's become a non-factor here on Friday and Saturday. Tracy, drop pass. Hotmer down low. Helgeson, and it's broken up and sent down the ice. So with 40 seconds to go on the penalty kill, Daysland gets another clear.
Daysland's penalty kill pretty darn good. I mean, Dobbertin has also made some really big saves here. Goalie does have to be your best penalty killer at times, but just the one power play goal for Nanton so far, and it's not looking positive for them on this one either.
Lackton to Tracy. Tracy, quick sidestep in the neutral zone, finds Helgeson. Helgeson across. Here's a look back to the point. A rocket of a shot, and going for the tip was McMurdo, and he blocked it in unintentionally.
That'll do it for the power play here.
Up the ice comes Lackton into the neutral zone. He eventually would lose it. It's sent down the ice, and that will go for icing. So an offensive zone faceoff coming up here for Nanton.
Let's take a look at that last save here by Dobbertin. Stepping into that one was Lackton. I guess he didn't really get it. Yeah, it was blocked in front by, I'm not sure who that was. Was that Colin McMurdo, who then was tripped up by Dobbertin? So Dobbertin was in the right spot, but didn't have to stop it. So it's always convenient for the goaltender. Nanton now up to 15 shots on the game, and Daysland now the ones without a puck on goal here in the third period through almost 6 minutes.
Gardner was ran into a couple of times, and that net's off.
Uh-oh.
It's the other
we
post,
jinxed it.
though. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think we did jinx it. Dobbertin will go for a skate, and the linesman will put the spike back in its place. Great atmosphere here on Saturday.
Yeah, a few more bodies piling in. Of course, we're anticipating a pretty full barn here when Wainwright takes on Morinville later this evening, 8:30. Daysland trying to change here or something.
They won't let Benefield
the center,
on the ice.
Troutman was gesturing at Benefield to hurry up and get down there, and Benefield's like, we already have 5 dudes. I can't get out there, so.
Well, maybe he wanted to try to pull a fast one.
Refs
Here's
are
Young
pretty
jumping
smart.
on a loose puck, and sorry, Grayson, looked like there might have been a chance there for Young. Trotman cross ice looking for McLeese. Haste is there to step in and grab that puck. Here comes McCroot now, and just out of his reach. I'm liking the look of this line. Loomer, McCroot, and Young big bodies, they create space, but they're also really, really good offensively. They can score on the rush. On the half wall, four-car pile up there on the outside hash mark, and McCroot, who was on the outside of that, ended up coming away with the puck. Play up to the top of the zone. Crunched up there was Loomer. A pass now, a shot by Lund, and it got blocked away. Down low. Lund with it again. Lund to play towards the middle. Nothing came of it, and it's fired all the way down the ice, and it hit the pad of Rolo, but they called it icing.
Okay, that's a miss. But that's all right. They'll talk about this and probably drop it at center.
Yeah, this is coming to center ice.
Yeah, good to hit the pad of Rolo, who would try to pass it off like, oh no, it just went wide, it's fine. Oh, are they really going to go all the way down here? Interesting. Okay.
Daysland coach, I could see him kind of motioning the official and mouthing, it's fine, it's fine. So
yeah.
there's a too much argument there, but you could see it hit Rolo's pad, and he gave like a look too. He was like
completely opposite. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is.
Things like that happen. Back towards the neutral zone. We don't want to harshly call out the officials. Maybe we do. Maybe we should make some enemies here.
Yeah, everybody's being really nice to us though, so maybe we don't want to like ruin that.
That's a great point. Lackton back behind his own net, 12:35 to go. Palomino's trailing by 2. I have a bit of confidence that they could come back and tie this thing, but when you consider that they probably need to take a lead and win this thing in regulation, it's getting a little dicey.
They would need 6 points. So they better figure out how to get 3 goals here without giving up any more, and they've only got 12.5 minutes left to do that. Because even if they win in overtime, they'll be on 5. They might get into the bronze medal game, but it's not where they want to be. They want to play for gold tomorrow.
For Daysland, all you need is to get this game to overtime, and you're already protecting a 2-goal lead. As soon as they grab that 7th point, it'll be enough. And then, of course, in the late game tonight, and here's a break the other way. Gardner in a foot race with Helgeson. Look at Helgeson grabbing positioning, and him and Gardner got tangled up. No call. Play towards the middle. Quick shot. Nice block. Batted out of the air. And are you kidding me? Hotmer. The hand-eye of Brady Hotmer has put the Palominos within 1.
Wow, we got ourselves a game now, Tyler. Hotmer just kind of bounced out of the net. I don't think Daubertine was expecting that to happen. He's very surprised, and it's 3-2. 12 minutes left for Nanton to figure out a way to tie this thing and then look for a lead. Of course, now Gartner speaking with the official. He thought that the initial forechecker, Helgeson, ripped his stick out of his hands.
I can see why they're contesting that call a bit, but both guys were engaging pretty hard in that. Like, each one was just battling to get positioning, and I think Helgeson just had an extra step. I don't think you want to penalize a guy for being a little bit quicker.
I think shame on Gardner, too, for just kind of stopping play and putting his hands up and going, why didn't you call that?
That's a good point. A couple strides back towards the slot. He might have been able to stop Hotmer from batting that one out of the air. Still a 3-2 lead, though, for Daysland, and they're quickly on the attack. 11:52 to go in the game. Cross-ice pass, McCroot all the way to Loomer. That's Dylan Loomer. Lackton, quick pass over. Loomer, head of steam. Loomer, quick shot. He went low with it, and Daubertine deflected it up high and out of play.
We'll get a look at the whole battle on the way down between Gartner and Helgeson. And there's no ripping the stick out by Helgeson. And then, Gartner just kind of throws his hands up and says, why didn't you call anything? And sure enough, he could have been there to prevent that. And then all he did after the goal was in was get in the face of the officials and complain a little bit more. But here we are. It's 3-2 all of a sudden, and Nanton's threatening now.
They are. They've seemed to find their stride here. Tribble with the shot that's blocked by Beadle. And you know what? You get that goal early. Here's a look for effort, and coming back. What a job by Hayes to block that shot. Getting down in the lane and stopping it from getting on goal. Long shot through a bunch of bodies, and that one went wide of the net. Dylan chips it off, and now coming down the ice with a full head of steam is Franzen. Franzen has Lund go to the net. Lund, and He double tapped it kind of. Fanned on the shot, then his stick hit it on the way down. Hard forecheck by Dylan. He shuffles it below the goal line. Knocking that one out of the air again is Nanton. Back to the point. Beadle had it just hop over his stick. He's got to retreat and just sends it back into safety down in the Daysland end.
Daysland now is the ones who are on their heels, where it was Nanton for much of the first and second period who were reeling.
There's a big hit down the side. Tracy to Young up the middle of the ice, and that one will go for icing. You sit there with 12 minutes to go and all right, it's a 2-goal lead. That's still a lot to come back from, but then when you get that one quick, really changes the complexion.
Effort shot there was blocked, and then at the other end, just hopping over the stick of Lund there, he kind of, like you said, double tapped it. Not that the first shot was any good, but still got the 2 contacts. And now it's a face-off deep in Nanton's end, but they appear to be trying to break out. It almost hit someone there down in the crowd.
Almost hit our good friend. He's been in every single game so far this tournament.
Those same seats.
Same seats, yeah. They sit in those same 2 seats. They've been in every game. They cheer hard for their hometown Wainwright team, give them fist bumps on the way out, but it's pretty much been those 2 fans, Dave, Rob, Alex, me, and you. Those are the 7 people who've been in every single game, I think.
And the committee.
And even the committee might have taken a beer break at some point. Not us, though, Grayson.
No, only afterwards.
Here's Tracy up the ice over the blue line, over the red, and then he puts it deep. Dauberthien out to play it. Couldn't quite handle it, though. Eisbrenner, Tracy pinching in, quick shot, and it got blocked. A nice play by Gartner, recovering from the earlier goal and making a nice defensive play, and then he makes another good play in the corner. Play across the ice, a quick shot, another chance into the slot. They shovel it towards the goal, and Nanton couldn't get a bounce. Back at the point, Lackton, D. Tracy has a hard battle in front of the net going on. Tracy just looking for a lane. He goes to Lackton, who might have one, but he fans on the shot. Down low into the corner, Gardner hauled down, and Nanton will take a penalty here. Both officials had their arms up, though, but I think it's for the same call.
Here's a look at that last chance. Eisbrenner throwing it all the way across and not able to get a shot off a couple of times, and then the final shovel towards the net was also blocked, and now we're going to see Daysland go to the power play. Just a completely different swing and momentum here for the first chunk of the game. I was a little concerned that Daysland was just going to run Nanton right out of the building, and now it almost feels like if Daysland doesn't do something here, Nanton's going to come down and tie this thing up.
Face off one back. This is a massive kill here. If Nanton wants to stay alive and keep their hopes of gold medal alive for sure. Trotman a long shot, and ooh, that one hit the back of Haste. He's sold out a few times. He's down hard though. That shot hit him right on the back. Not a ton of protection there. Nanton's gonna send it all the way down though, so Haste can get off the ice. He's on one knee. That's a stinger. That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Selling out for sure. What a block.
Benefield got a stick up high, no call. Benefield rims it around to Lamb. Lamb let it go back to the point, and again, Daysland just keeping it forced down low. On the half wall's Trotman, down low, McLeese. Back to the point, Benefield, he's got a rocket, he's gonna use it. That shot hit the goalpost square on. The rebound was blocked and didn't make it through. Nanton survives a close call, and with under a minute to go in the penalty, they get it out.
Oh, that was close. It hit it so flush that it didn't even make a sound.
Yeah, usually you get that ping noise when it hits the outside or inside edge of the post right there. Just dead on. Rubber and iron only. Here's Helgeson. He has time to clear it out. Instead, he tried to go for a skate, but he actually lost the puck. It was eventually forced out, though. And Daysland needs to go back. Just 30 seconds to go in their power play. Trying to extend their lead back to 2. Down low. Keller. Effort. Him and Keller playing pass a little bit. Play towards the middle. A quick shot from Zimmer. These three, the chemistry in the offensive zone. It's almost like they don't even need to look. They know where each other are, and now they'll play pass again. Effort. Zimmer, effort on the half wall. Back up to the point. 3 seconds. Shot from the point deflected, just goes wide. They were looking for a tip. We're back to even strength. Hetmer's out of the box to the top of the line. Hetmer now is fresh on the ice, and he's got a head of steam coming in down the wing. He's got Helgeson with him. Pass. Helgeson backhand. Daubertine with the poke check, keeping it out. Almost picked off at the line. I mean, I think Helgeson had the right idea there. Drag it to the back and get Daubertine moving, but the goalie just read it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a great play by Connor Daubertine. You have to make yourself big in those situations, and he did just that.
Dylan just a step offside. He tried to quickly turn it around.
Lots of goaltending action here. In the first, the initial save there from Rollo. And then he's going to have this one where it goes off the post on the rebound. And then here we go with Helgeson. And yeah, just not even a poke check, really. It's a stick jab by Daubertine as he just hacked away at that puck and managed to knock it loose from an on-rushing Helgeson.
In the neutral zone. Blackton to Tracy. Tracy surveying, hits the red line, and that's what he was waiting for so he can get it down without icing it. Rimmed back around. Lackton was going into pinch. Didn't quite get there. It's Tracy on his forehand. He sends it to Lackton. That penalty kill that the Palominos had to go through, while it was successful, it seemed to have taken a little bit of life out of their game, and there's going to be a penalty behind the play, but I think they're just sending both.
Yeah, he's pointing at a couple guys here. Cross-check and cross-check. Yeah. So we'll stay 5-on-5 here. Once again, here's Daubertine coming out strong and jabbing the stick at Helgeson. And again, they take one player from each team, so we're going to stay 5-on-5, and now they're trying to figure out where the face-off should be. Right now they're setting up in the Nanton end, which wouldn't make any sense. It should be out in the neutral zone, as that's where play was whistled dead. So we will wait and see where they kind of sort things out. And it's going to stay right down here in the Daysland end, so it's a little interesting. There may be a completely different reason why it's down there too, and I just don't know it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. Face-off was scrambled around. Beto with a block now. Give Nanton credit. They've been getting in the lanes like crazy. And here's Haste. Back after blocking that shot, floated one on to Daubertine, and Daubertine held on.
Yeah, Haste just trying to throw pucks on net now. See if something good happens, and Daubertine is able to hold on to that one. 3-2. Nanton still behind. Daysland clinging to that lead right now, and it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Palominos, and they're actually going to say that the home team here is Nanton. They were trying to say that Daysland couldn't change anymore, as they were trying to sneak one of their guys on late.
Luke Loomer on the draw for Nanton, and it's one back but not very clean, so Lund just picks it up at the line and sends it down low. McMurdo's going to get it. Good job by McMurdo there to stay hard on that puck. It goes to the line. Lane Lightning was trying to get it out. He couldn't, but Brendan Lamb did. Lund through the neutral zone, stepping up, and they just could not force that puck deep. 5:45 to go here. Nanton needs 2 goals. They need to win this thing in regulation if they want to have a crack at the gold medal game. Morinville already has 2 wins. They're in action tonight against Wainwright. Driving in wide, dropping it back. Lund all the way up the ice. Lethbridge, of course, has 2 wins as well, so they're at 6. So it's Lethbridge, Morinville, Nanton, and Daysland still in contention for that gold medal game. One could be eliminated here this evening. McLeese goes over, and it's blown dead on and offside. Benefield was engaged with Lackton and didn't stay on.
And it was Nanton who beat Lethbridge yesterday.
Yep.
So they would have a tiebreaker should they find 2 goals in these last 5 minutes and 12 seconds.
And then we would have to do math because it would get confusing.
Clearly mine is getting worse as the night goes, so if we could figure that out sooner rather than later, that would be real good for me.
Behind the goal. Working their way up ice now is Daysland. Shoveling it deep. Rollo rims it around to Keller. Keller just lost it, and now Helgeson sends a cross-ice pass up to Eisbrenner. It took a funny bounce off the boards, and Helgeson was driving to the net. He eventually got the puck. He wound and fired one, and that one also got Dauberthien up high. He seems to be able to shake that one off, though. Play towards middle. Beetle with one hand out of the zone. Here's a chance now. It's Young. Young avoids a stick check. Coming in, tried to go inside, outside on Dudley, and that's a play there. Young has some fantastic hands, but he's rung a shot off the post already. He's looking good with the wrist. I'd like to see him just rip that thing. A 2-on-1, back the other way. Johnson shot low, kicked aside by Rollo. Back up to the top of the zone, and things really starting to open up here. Dylan Loomer over the blue line, drives in again. He tried to poke check. McCroot with one hand managed to get it towards the cage, but Dauberthien gloved it down.
Get a look at a shot at each end here. Helgeson just tees one up from the bottom of the circle. Sharp angle. Not sure if he's hoping that it just finds that little hole or catches a rebound. And then at the other end, Rollo kicking that one aside from Johnson. Well defended as well to take away the other player on that 2-on-1 rush. 4:08 left to go. Palomino's still searching for at least one. 2 goals would be ideal for them.
Lackton up top. Tried to send it down low. Benefield picked it off. It's shoved high up through the neutral zone. Nice play by Lackton just to knock it down, and didn't use the glove or anything so Lund could put it in deep. Hard forecheck by Lund. There's a big hit down low. At the point, Tracy, a long shot, hit a body and almost deflected in. When you put it hard and low on net, crazy things can happen. Petiot to the line, not out. Second good play this shift by Lackton to keep a puck alive, and then good play there by Petiot as well.
It's a nice contingent of Daysland supporters here.
Yeah.
It's only about an hour and a half or so away, so nice little trip in on a Saturday.
Me and you were wondering about that at the opening ceremonies. There weren't a lot of players there for the opening ceremonies from Daysland. Then we looked it up on the maps, and well, yeah, they probably, for the most part, wanted to go home.
They all went home.
It's only about an hour and 15 away, like you said. 3 minutes to go. Nanton gonna need to kick it up a notch here. Haste, cross ice, Hetmer, down low. Helgeson and Eisbrenner are the wingers for Hotmer. It's rimmed around the top, up top, Haste trying to hold it in. He's having a strong game. Here's Eisbrenner. Eisbrenner, a quick play over to Helgeson, who tried to shoot it from his off wing. Didn't quite get enough of it. Eisbrenner trying to drag it to the middle now. Gloved away, that was Brad Trotman. Down low, Helgeson. Shovels it back to the point. Haste pins himself up against the boards to Eisbrenner, and that one was taken away and sent out of the zone. Eisbrenner. D-to-D. And quickly hard enough to Helgeson. Helgeson fights off Keller. Puck went a little bit too far in front of him, so it's scrambled off into the corner, and now Keller's able to grab it. Rollo was starting to leave his net, but had to retreat now. 2 minutes to go. Remember, they need 2 goals still, so I would expect to see Rollo leaving as they come up the ice here.
Shots 15-6 this period, so you can't say that Nanton hasn't given it an effort here.
Play in the neutral zone is picked off and taken away by Zimmer. Zimmer just trying to hold on to it through the offensive zone. He couldn't. Now here comes Loomer. Loomer's backhand pass finds Young. Young drops it for Tracy, but it was too far in front of him, actually. Now a hard cross-ice pass is going to end up going for icing, and that means with 1:34 running out of time, and Rollo's going to have to stay in the crease.
Yeah, here's a chance for Nanton, just finding the edge there, unfortunately for the Palominos. And time is running out on them, 1:34. I mean, maybe they could push this one to overtime. A regulation win seems a little unlikely at this moment, but they could also guarantee themselves home ice for tomorrow.
Here's a chance for Lund, breaking in, partial break, quick shot. Dauberthien standing tall once again, and the Daysland supporters like that. Rollo still couldn't get out of his crease. There's only 80 seconds to go in the game. Beetle around the boards. That's out of reach of everyone. Petiot taking no chances, just pumps it right back in. Beetle Approaching the final minute. Buck 8. Here's Beadle. Quick shot. He got knocked down, but his shot also went wide.
Last minute to play in the third period.
Beadle on the half wall. Threw it towards the net. He got blocked by his own forward, Loomer. And then Beadle got buried, and then another guy got buried, but no call. From up here, that looked like it might have been boarding. Loomer was really slow to get up. Loomer gloves it down at the line, holds it in. 40 seconds to go. Will we get a late tying goal, and will we maybe see some OT? Beadle held it in at the line, but not for very long. It's eventually brought up. Benefield, and he will fire it off the post. Benefield couldn't finish off the chance. And now there's more life here for Nanton with 20 seconds to go. Saucer pass up through the neutral zone is knocked down. Off the glass. It stays in play at the red line. Jacobson couldn't get it past Tracy. 13 seconds to go. We're going to get another rush here from Nanton. No. Knocked out into the neutral zone. Benefield will go for it.
6.2 still on the clock. That's icing.
Might have been a better option there for Benefield if he would have just rattled it off the boards or put it high in the air. It would have killed off the clock. And now I'd imagine we're going to get a timeout here from Nanton. Based on how many goals we've seen off of faceoffs in this tournament,
it's not over.
It ain't over.
That was a great chance for Lund there. Unfortunately for him, Daubertine was just that much better. And of course, that's a huge save for Daubertine at any time, but given the circumstance and how much time was left in this contest, it's an absolutely massive save for Daysland as they look to punch their ticket to the gold medal game. All they have to do is kill off the last 6.2 seconds, and they'll be playing in the late game on Sunday.
I'm sure that's the pep talk here. Just seconds away from a chance to go back to the gold medal game.
Daysland is coming out of the timeout early. It's not them who really needed it. They know what they have to do. Tie up your man, win the draw, and just not let the puck go in. Nanton now one's out there drawing something up.
Eisbrenner, McMurdo, Lund, Haste, Lackton, Hutmer on the draw. Trotman opposite him for Daysland. 6.2 on the clock. Puck is down. It's one back at the point. Haste across. McMurdo shot pad save, and the clock will expire. Daysland is off to the gold medal game. But boy, did that come down to the wire.
There's that last chance. Yeah, McMurdo didn't get everything he wanted on that one. The shots on goal in this one end up 26-26. So 17 shots on goal for Nanton in that third, and only 6 for Daysland as the North Stars just hang on. They finish the round robin a perfect 3-0, not without a scare late. And they are off to the gold medal game Sunday at 3. Meanwhile, the Palominos will have to anxiously wait and see what happens between Wainwright and Morinville here. We have Lethbridge already on 6. Hillmond is on 0. Daysland has 9. Nanton has 3. Morinville on 6 and Wainwright on 0.
So we could know our gold medal, or pretty much we will know the gold medal match based off of who wins tonight, obviously, as it's the last round robin game. A win for Morinville will do it for them, like you said, Grayson, as the two teams shake hands here and get set for the Player of the Game awards in the bronze medal game. Still a chance for Nanton, I believe. Still a chance for Lethbridge to be in there. And if Morinville wins, that will be the matchup, correct?
Yeah, it's Daysland for sure in the gold medal game. If Wainwright wins, that's going to cause all sorts of tiebreakers and stuff, because there'll be a breaker to see who gets into the gold medal game, and there'll be a breaker to see who gets into that 4 spot for the bronze medal game. So, however, if Morinville were to win, all our matchups would be set without any math being done. So we will see what happens in that late game, but a little bit of housekeeping to do first. We got to announce the players of the game here for this one as the two teams head to the blue lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's players of the game, as selected by ICU Video Productions. From Nanton, number 20, Keaton Lackton.
Was Keaton Lackton the player of the game for the Palominos got that opening goal on the power play and just was kind of dangerous all night.
Good shutdown D, man. I really liked what he brought tonight.
We have Scott Effort was the player of the match for the Daysland North Stars, who are off to the gold medal game.
That's going to do it for us. There are 8 round-robin games in the book, and the 9th one is an important one. We'll see you in about half an hour's time as Morinville will try to punch their ticket to the final, but here was a very eventful third period and more, and this is how we got our 3-2 final.
Yeah, this is all the goals. It was opener from Effort as he snuck it through under 2 minutes in on a power play to make it 1-0, and then 2-0 very quickly after as Foster tucked one in behind Rollo. And the North Stars were off and running, and then of course they would have a chance in here as that's a good save from Dalbertine. That would have definitely made things more interesting. And then this was the third goal, the eventual game winner going to Colin Zimmer. Effort with a helper, as did Zeller. So that one you were thinking, well, she might be over, even though it was still in the second. But late in that middle stanza on a Palomino power play, Lacton just ripped one from the circle, and it snuck its way through Dalbertine, and that gave the Palominos a massive spark that they carried over into the third period, where they outshot Daysland 17-6, and they picked up a second goal right here as it was batted out of the air by Hetmer. That made it interesting, unfortunately, for Nanton. They just couldn't find that equalizer.
You've been watching an ICU Video Productions Procast. He's Grayson Knutson. I'm Tyler Yaremchuk. Dave Foley, our wonderful cameraman. Alex Testowich was on our switcher, and Rob Zitlau was our director. And that will do it. Daysland books a spot in the gold medal game with a 3-2 win over Nanton. Coming to you live from the Peace Memorial Multiplex. We'll have another game later tonight. But until then, enjoy your evening, hockey fans.